Our sail from the small island Newbies to the island group Vavau in Tonga took us 2 days. Vavau attracts many cruises and there's actually a charter fleet with some boats there as well. When there are cruises and tourists, you usually find good facilities, cafes and restaurants, and the prices here were pretty alright too. So, spending some time in the main town Newbies wasn't too bad. But of course, we were here to explore the archipelago, and it's a paradise to sail in, with not many miles between each anchorage.
Yeah, you told me the other day you'd be coming back today, but you didn't. Oh no. There's much that I can do, really far to be us two, and I miss you, baby. Show me the way we can be with you. You with her, I know I saw you. Breaks my heart, but what can I do? It is life, I know I lost you for good.
The snorkeling here was super, with lots of nice corals and colorful fishes. But we were aiming for something bigger. One of the biggest attractions here in Vavau is the humpback whales. Between July and October they come here to breed and give birth, and the reason is the shallow and warmer waters. When the calf is ready, they begin their swim back south to the Antarctica. These creatures can get about 80 years old. We got very lucky to see these creatures up very closely. It was so super exciting because they are enormous. They can get up to 50 feet long. And we were speechless after this day. It was so amazing.
You'd be coming back today, but you didn't. Oh no. There's much that I can do, really far to be us two, and I miss you, baby. Show me the way we can be with you. You with her, I know I saw you. Breaks my heart, but what can I do? It is life, I know I lost you for good. Show me the way we can be with you. You with her, I know I saw you. Breaks my heart, but what can I do? It is life, I know I lost you for
We continued to explore the anchorages, some villages, bought souvenirs, did cave snorkeling, dinghy trips, and so on. And after a couple of weeks, we started our sail towards Fiji, a 500-mile sail taking us 4 days. One of the first things we did when we arrived to Suva, the capital of Fiji, was to have a new dodger and a bimini sewn up. We chose a little bit more discreet color than the orange we had before. We also had all our floorboards inside the boat varnished. The boat started to look like new. We left Suva, the capital, and headed towards the island Benga, mainly because we've heard of very good scuba diving, with lots of big sharks. Bull sharks, nurse sharks, lemon sharks, trevellis, and lots of other creatures. Another very exciting experience in the water. We had a very interesting stay at Benga, got to know the locals and got invited for the traditional Sevu Sevu ceremony. When cruising around in Fiji, you really have to keep a lookout. The charts aren't always correct and lots of reefs here and there. There's one thing we never expected, was having a snake on board. Just when we had dropped anchor, I watched over my shoulder and I saw a banded sea snake crawling up close to the cockpit. These creatures have poison to kill you. On the other hand, this must be the most curious and friendly snake on Earth. But seriously, weeks after I always pay some extra attention so no snakes had entered the boat. Fiji had lots to offer. Awesome diving, beautiful landscape, friendly people, interesting culture, good sailing, good prices, awesome food, boat chandleries, repair facilities. It's one of our favorites. Was supposed to be New Caledonia, but due to some heavy headwinds and not much sleep, we sneaked into Vanuatu and the small island Anaton. The people here lives a very simple life. We also needed to get rid of some things, so why not offer it to the local people here? A man came by and we offered him some fishing equipment, life jackets and so on. An hour later, the rumor had started and suddenly we had lots of visitors. So it was just to dig deep inside the boat to see what else we could give away. Finally, we made it to New Caledonia. New Caledonia has the biggest lagoon in the world. It's a heaven for sailors because you can sail in flat water. The country is French territory, just like French Polynesia, with high standards, but also with steep prices. Lots of sailboats, and like I said, it's French, and the French, they love their sailing. In Fiji, we only saw the sea snake that came on board our boat. Here we spotted snakes everywhere on some islands. The same kind visiting us in Fiji. Looking west, next country is Australia. We headed towards Bundaberg, 800 nautical miles away. We had a good last passage, and we're looking back at old memories and the big adventure we had been out on. Somehow, it felt a little bit sad it was our last passage on Uru, but also relieving that we made it. We sailed across the biggest ocean in the world, about half around the world. Go on!
Go on!
In the meantime, waiting for people interested in buying the boat, we headed north by bus. Went out on a 3-day sailing charter to also do more scuba diving. It felt a little bit weird going out on a charter, but it was very nice. we got back to the boat, we headed out with Kerry. He contacted us about the boat when we were in Fiji, that he was interested in buying Uhuru, which he also ended up doing. Since then, we have kept an eye on followed Uhuru's path and different owners. Right now, back in Queensland.